Did you see that guy from the World Economic Forum talking about bioengineering bugs in order to make us allergic to meat so that we won't eat it to fight climate change? It really happened. Hold on.
Not meat, then they would change. So I'll give two examples. So one is that people eat too much meat, right? And if they were to cut down on their consumption on meat, then they would it would actually really help the planet. But people are not willing to give up meat. Yeah, some people will be willing to, but other people, they may be willing to, but they have a weakness of will. They say,
yes, a weakness of will has absolutely nothing to do with being the most nutrient-dense, bioavailable protein on the planet. Check out the rest of this shit.
So for example, I have milk intolerance, and some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you will become allergic to meat.
What in the dystopian Klaus Schwab beta soy boy shit is going on here? Can somebody put this turbo cuck on a government watch list, please?
Is that what you're trying to tell us? I am simply trying to say that the people that you have put on that panel, after firing the entire...
You're evading the question.
No, I'm asking the questions here.
You're evading that question.
I'm asking the questions, Mr. Kennedy.
Question.
I'm asking the questions for Mr. Kennedy on behalf of parents and schools and teachers all over the United States of America who deserve so much better than your leadership. That's what this conversation is about, Mr. Chairman.
Senator, they deserve the truth, and that's what we're going to give them for the first time in the history of that agency.
Okay, I need to be careful what I say here, because every time I do one of these videos, I always get a warning, or the video is always taken down, which really, really annoys me. So I need to be very, very careful.
Wil je nou net zo'n mooie, glanzende huid als ik hier heb? Eet dan wat vaker een melkpijpje. Maar Mr. Dutch Carnivore, hoe bereid je deze dan? Nou, voor optimaal behoud van smaak en voedingsstoffen eet je het mergpijpje het beste rauw. Vervolgens is het procedé heel eenvoudig. Kijk aan welke kant de doorsnee het kleinst is. Gebruik je duim om het merg eruit te duwen. Een beetje zout erbij. En klaar is Kees.
So we know there's an agenda against real, proper human food because it's clear. And if you don't realize that, you need to wake up. But raw dairy is illegal in my country. So you can go to jail for selling it. Yet all these companies that produce fake food, ultra-processed food, have a carte blanche in chemicals and unproven practices that are deemed generally recognized as safe. They have no problem putting them in there. So in Canada, we cannot legally sell or buy or, have raw dairy.
Was there one conversation that the medical system had with you about nutrition and diet?
No, not one single effing thing. And this is why I made so many reels about the fact that the average doctor spends, 19.6 hours total on nutrition during their entire medical school career. And this was actually research and proven with all the medical institutions when they reviewed all the curriculum. And that's the most prestigious medical schools. So if you go to the average school, I think Dr. Barrett was telling me that his medical school, they probably did less. They probably did like 10 hours total.
Yeah.
Well, the average personal trainer knows a lot more about nutrition than the average doctor, and I have researched this to a T.
So this is future congressman, future doctor, carnivore lawyer, Christopher Brandlin, saying the truth.
And if you're not eating correctly, I mean, it just puts you, and this is a conversation that I was having with somebody earlier, is back, 12, 13, 14,000 years ago, if you were not genetically the strongest, you didn't survive. You were a kid, you made a stupid decision, you died. And that was that. And that's part of why, that the median age was 35. But if you were genetically there, I mean, if we're seeing people that in Japan are living to 100, and that's with them having grains and other modern instances, imagine if it was a much simpler life, a more calm life. I mean, I think they were saying when you look at the telomere life of a cell, we should be able to live to be like 120 years old or something like that.
You know, it's funny you say that, because there's like a lot of people with the spiritual side that get into this stuff, and biblically,
there's symptoms of chaos, a gut that's been lied to for years, but you're not.
It says it in the Bible.
You're just misfed.
This is me. Heat of the matter.
Where truth isn't skin deep.